Morning, everybody. I'm back out here in the same spot on Walnut Bottoms, digging out, continuing to dig out this place I've been. I'm trying a little bit different today. I'm trying to classify a bucket and then pan the whole bucket out and see if that makes it a little bit more efficient here. I brought an extra little bucket to dump my black sands in. Still snuffing out the gold, at least on this first bucket. Probably all day, just to see how I'm doing. So I just want to see if this will be a little bit more efficient. It took basically four pans to fill the bucket, which was kind of crazy. I don't know if it'll continue that way, but might be some of that overburden diluting my effort, but we'll see. Okay, so here's the first bucket. It's not quite as good as I was hoping for, but I don't know. It was a little weird because it took 4 classifiers full and some extra, 4 shovels to fill up the bucket, which is basically like 4 pans what I was doing earlier. So, and it took 1 hour and 15 minutes, which is about as long as it takes me to do 4 pans. And then I did get some lead shot. So it's about 4 pans equivalent of what I normally do, but to pan out the bucket, it took me like 9 pans. So I don't know, something a little odd. There was a lot of panning that slowed me down. So I'm going to do one more. I don't think the material was the greatest. I was getting some overburden. So I'm going to back up and go to where there's less overburden and see how that does on a bucket. That should take me till lunch or about 12:30, and then maybe I'll just start panning again. The problem with the bucket is, you don't know how you're doing. You don't know if you're on the material or off the material. You just fill up the bucket. So you lose some efficiency there. But it's hoping to gain some efficiency time-wise and do more material, but I'm not sure. Right now it looks like maybe it's about neutral. All right, I went back to panning. 1 classifier full, which is about 2 shovels, plus a extra shovel I set to the side. It turns out that's about twice as much material as I was panning out of the bucket situation. So the bucket situation, I was panning twice as long, and I got basically 8 pans in 2.5 hours, so it wasn't very good. So, and I was losing track of how each classifier was doing or how the material was doing, but I'm focusing on the material now, and that's a really good one. That's at 2x. It's focusing, I'm not sure. There we go. So hopefully I got a couple more hours today. Hopefully I'll be able to stay on some good material like that. All right, here's a snuffer dump for today. I usually don't do snuffer dumps because I was out here by myself, but since it was a mixed 2 bucket day plus panning or second half of the day, I was going to just check it. It looks pretty good. Better than I thought I was going to do after I got the 2 buckets done, actually. So, yeah, and I got a lot of lead shot, too. So I was on the heavies. The heavies must have been moving on top of this stuff. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. Look at it dried up and weighed out at home. Okay, here's the gold from today. We'll weigh it up here. I've got it all tared out. 0.253. That's the best I've done on this section of creek at the washout there. That's really great. I don't know how many pans I ended up with. I think I did like 8 with the 2 buckets set up, and then maybe another 10, 12 after that. So maybe say 20 of the 3 shovel pans the way I do it. But man, that's really good. Glad to see that.